I was hoping Flats would be a professor at Streamer University. One, I didn't apply. I'm gonna be honest with you, I have a lot of things going on right now in my life, right? And I'm trying to stabilize a lot of things at the same time. Some things I can tell you, some things I can't tell you. But between trying to stabilize Overwatch and Rivals, I've also now tried to stabilize Variety again and try to do basically a 33-33-33 split where I'm playing like a third of each one. And then also I have some other stuff going on too, so I didn't apply. But if I was to apply to Streamer University, I'm very confident I would be very good at teaching one thing. I think I am probably in less than the top 1% at one thing in content creation. And I think it's in cross-pollination and the finance side of that. What do I mean by that is basically how you turn stream content into YouTube content / TikTok content / Instagram content, monetizing it and making sure that it's a positive cash flow and you're not draining yourself, and also automating it. I think that's probably the thing I'm best at. I wouldn't do it alone either though. I'd probably want to bring in other people. But that's probably something I'd be good with. I'd pay to learn that. That's real beef right there. I'd never want to charge for something like that. I think people that sell courses and stuff like that are kind of scammers, you know? I think you can make, honestly, just as much money, if not more money, making that shit free and then putting it on like YouTube and putting ads on it. It's actually bananas. And then people grow to trust you over time, and then they come to you for more stuff, and then you make more content like that. Like, you ever see... I don't know if he's very good anymore, but there was some finance YouTuber for like forever ago. He used to do this thing like 45 years ago where he made some video talking about how much he made on YouTube in the last year and then basically broke down how he did it. And then he made a video about that video talking about how much money he made on that video, talking about how much he made last year on YouTube. And then on the next video, he made a video talking about the previous video that made how much video and basically just started an infinite money farm where he would talk about how the previous video did. And how much money he made on the previous video, and how they improved it from the previous one. Basically, just like kept rolling into finance YouTube after that. I don't know. It's nothing personal. It's probably the biggest mistake I see streamers make by far. I can't tell you how many other streamers, like especially in Overwatch, dude. You know what used to happen all the time? I mean, it still does happen, but it happens less frequently now. I can't tell you how often. Like, I think I had a conversation about the business side of streaming with it, like, almost every single Overwatch streamer that exists. There was, like, very few that I never talked to. I will tell you, the ones that are towards the top were the ones who, like, already were doing it, or took it and then made it a little better, right? The thing is, you have to spend money to make money. That's the problem, right? And people are really scared of spending money in the beginning of streaming and like doing YouTube and TikTok and stuff like that. Because like if you're making enough money to get by, like that's awesome, and you start like being able to, you know, stream as a job. That's amazing, right? But you know, you also want to do other things. Like you want to pay all your bills, but then you know you might want to go out to eat a couple times a month, right? Or you might want to buy a new jacket, right? Basically, my advice to them is like, yeah, I don't care if like you're just like you're getting by, like you should be reinvesting that money into your business for a little bit. Like you can, as long as you can go without it for a little while, you should do that. A lot of people don't want to do that, which is sad, but it's the truth, unfortunately. Why not just stream and have a job at the same time? That is the way to get started. No, you're right. That is the way to actually start. I was talking about people that were already like established streamers. And like they're getting by, but they're not like growing. You know what I mean? Like for example, like the 150 to 300 viewer range. When you said invest back into the business though, did you mean purchase better equipment? No, absolutely not. Your equipment doesn't mean shit. No. It has nothing to do with with streaming equipment. Like you can have like the most shitty mic on the planet, as long as people can hear it, like that's funny. Like, think about, like, Tyler 1, right? Like, people loved his mic. He's been having a shitty mic for, like, 10 years, right? When I mean reinvest back into it, I mean, like, for example, let's say, no, not buying viewers, you're not listening, lock the in, just shh. Wait till I finish, okay? This is the part about learning, okay? When you learn about something, you sit down, don't talk. You listen. You don't wait you're not waiting to speak. You're there to listen. And so, the way that typically works is streaming sucks as a way to grow, right? If you stream on Twitch, it is a rich get richer platform. Meaning, if you're not in the top row, you are typically not growing very much. The way you grow on streaming, in which it should be the last thing you even care about, but it is the thing that a lot of people want to do, is through TikTok, Shorts, Instagram, and YouTube videos, right? And so, let's say you've actually made it streaming. Let's say you started making it. You made it to 30 viewers, 40 viewers, 50 viewers, partnered streamer, 100 viewers, 200 viewers. Then you hit a roadblock. You're like, what do I do now? My best advice to anyone is trying to find someone who will be either an editor or a content manager for your channel. And there's a few different ways of going about it, right? If it's somebody who's not as experienced, you could offer them to, you know, do a revenue split with you, and then basically it becomes unlimited potential for how much money they can make working with you. Or obviously there's just like the more traditional one, which is like, hey, can you make a 10-minute video off of this game? I will pay you $100, right? Now a lot of people don't want to do that because let's say they don't have a YouTube built yet, and let's say they spend $100 on a video getting edited, and then they post it, and then the video gets 10,000 views, right, if they're lucky, and it makes 20 bucks, right, maybe 30 bucks. You just lost $70. But that's not the way you actually look at it. That's the reason why businesses, and especially in the US, the tax system is designed to have profits and losses and write-offs, right? Like they're like when you pay employees and pay expenses for things, right? Those come out of your net gains for the year. It can put you in a different tax bracket. It can do a lot of different things, right? Ooh, Battlefront is done downloading. So a lot of people will see that and go, well, shit, I lost $70. That's stupid. But they don't realize that the 10,000 people that watched it, maybe 2,000 or 3,000 have watched all of their stuff. 5,000 of that has seen at least something of theirs. And then 2,000 people just saw it for their content for the very first time. Out of that 2,000, let's say 100 decided to subscribe and decided to watch some more of your stuff in the future, and say 10 of those people decided to come watch your stream more consistently, or even check it out at all, right? That's 10 new people off of literally you not even being online and streaming that will come to your next stream. Now you do that every day, or you do that at least like a couple times a week. You do that consistently. You get really good at doing that. Just being on a schedule. Do that maybe say twice a week, 3 times a week, depending on what you can afford for the next 3 or 4 months. I guarantee you'll see the YouTube start to grow, and you'll see it to the point where you start to break even. So you won't be losing any money on your YouTube content. You won't be losing any money on your TikTok content, but you'll be breaking even. Breaking even means sustainable. And then you can start upping. You could go to 4 times a week, 5 times a week, 6 times a week, right? And it's not even about making the money. It's about getting your name out there. It's about people joining your content, realizing who you are, being like, hey, I like this guy. This guy's pretty good. And then the stream part will grow naturally after that. Not saying every video should be like hard plugging your stream, like go, 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 only go watch, right? But over time, it will grow. It will 100% happen. But the problem is, though, in the beginning, it's spooky to get started. And also, consistency is really hard for a lot of people because it's sometimes scary. I'll let you in on a little secret, just because I decided to apparently give you guys a little rundown of how this kind of works. I'll give you a secret. Want to know my new secret? My secret to, or my plan to break out of just doing only Overwatch and just doing only Rival stuff? People love my React content. They love it. But I don't want to be just like a React streamer. I want to do other stuff. I want to play games. I want to have a fun time. I want to entertain. I want people to have a good time, right?
Recommend for someone trying to get into editing for content creators.
Let me finish this first. I'll come back around. One of the best ways you can do that is use what you're good at and then transition into something else. I bet when I stream Battlefront later or tomorrow, you'll see a lot of people that end up showing up and being like, holy shit, I saw your React of you playing Battlefront. I can't believe I'm going to be here and I'm going to get to see the stream. Now, that'll be a very small percentage of people, right? Because remember I said of the 10,000 viewers that saw your first video, 2,000 have seen all your stuff, 5,000 have seen you once or twice, maybe the other 2,000 or 3,000 is your first time ever seeing you. Of that group, 100 of them ended up subscribing. Of that 100, 10 people showed up, right? It's going to be a very similar scale. The fun part, though, is not that. This. I'll show you it in real time. Want to see it? Here it is. The cult-like fan base of Deep Rock Galactic. 4 weeks ago, I reacted to it and I watched it. 5 days ago, we uploaded the first Deep Rock Galactic playing it. You notice anything very interesting about the view counts of the two videos? They're very similar. And there's a better part too. So people were camping, people knew this one existed, so they probably subscribed, or at least this was in their algorithm. And no, there's a better part. This is weeks old. It's only been 5 days and it's catching up, which means the rate at which it's being watched is even quicker, which means that this one over time will probably overtake this one. And people were like, holy shit, you enjoyed it. And guess what? I already played another day. That's being worked on right now. So this will get edited. There's a part 2 to this that'll probably go out in the next few days. And it's a good way to like prep people to be like, hey, I'm gonna play this game in a few days. It's like almost like letting them know without letting them know. You know what I mean? I don't normally talk about this type of stuff, and I don't think anyone really ever does, but marketing make the world go around. And so it's kind of like my own version of marketing, if that makes sense. That's a hard one. There's technically a website called YouTube Editor Jobs, I think it's called. That's actually not a bad website to use. However, though, if I'm completely and truly, and I mean in the utmost way honest with you, look for opportunities. But you gotta do it respectfully. There's actually such a good way of doing this, and I'm scared to tell you because I feel like I'm gonna trigger a landslide against myself, and I don't want to do this. So I'm going to say to you, unless you pick something extremely niche, and you would have to be following me every single day. I mean, every one of my streams every day for like 2 years to pick up on exactly what I'm thinking about right this moment. Otherwise, you're probably gonna miss. Just being completely honest with you, the best way I could think of is find a streamer you really enjoy, you really like. Got one. Maybe on the smaller end. Maybe one that's like not very big YouTube, or maybe doesn't have a YouTube at all. Not in their chat, by the way. I mean like an email. Like find their business email and just write something respectful. Be like, hey, I see you have this channel or whatever. I've been following your content for years. Maybe talk about some of the content you've watched in the past and be a little bit specific. Be specific, by the way. Because if you just say, hey, I love all your content, and I go, oh, what have you watched? And then you go, I saw a Spectate Bronze once. I'm gonna go, okay, get the out. Like, no offense. Like, it's just like, yeah, I've had a few Spectate Bronze that go viral. Of course you saw one that popped up at some point. You know what I mean? That's not what my daily content looks like. And then, you know, being like, hey, like, if not, no worries. Love to do a trial or something. Maybe even a free trial if they're small. And just going from there, right? I think all the people that I've ever ended up bringing on are 3 things. 1, elaborate, like they're pretty detailed when they apply. Here they come. 2, they have a good knowledge of what I'm looking for. So like, for example, if you look at all my videos, my content, and then you said, hey, let's say I put out like a looking for editor thing, and you said, hey, like these are some videos or in the styles that I've edited, and it's all like extreme Fortnite memes, like edited for 10-year-olds, where it's like a bajillion memes a minute. I'm like, you might be a talented editor, but like we're not even in the same realm, right? Being able to understand like which one's gonna go for which, I guess, if that makes sense. And number 3 is just like, I don't know how to describe this to you in a nice way. It's kind of just like, it's not just like a mutual respect thing, but it's almost more of like I can bring you value, but not demeaning your current one. I cannot tell you how many people have been like, hey, Flats, I've looked at some of your thumbnails recently. They're kind of not good. I could make them better. And I'm like, the f you. Get out of my face. Like there's a difference between that and being like, you know, hey, I identify like this little niche of engagement, or like, you know, I notice you do this a lot. I think this is really good, and I think I could take it even further. That is much more helpful. Like, you're identifying what you're strong at and what like you align with them, and like how you would be better at it, or how you could even bring it to the next level, as opposed to like almost low-key shit talking them, right? It's so odd. Like it's a very weird like thing. Also, last but not least, this is gonna sound awful too. Please, editing not be your entire personality. If I click on your If you link me your Twitter or something and it's literally nothing but retweeting other editors and just only talking about editing and your entire profile is just like, I am editor, I think you're a bot. I'm sorry. Like, I'm just like, okay, you're here for one thing and one thing only. I get that, I respect it, but it's like almost like LinkedIn. I'm like, I'm not looking for LinkedIn people. Like, LinkedIn people scare me. You ever been on LinkedIn? Scary place. You ever thought about dead internet? Like, really annoying ass place? Yeah. LinkedIn is one of those.